live feed if we.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another learning adventure on Chong's Choo Choo to Success. This is Chong Miller, your online business mentor. Happy Valentine's, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about. Um, I've invited some guests to share with us how they are making their life extraordinary. Because life is really what you make of it, and so why not make it extraordinary, right? So, uh, I want to in please I want to invite Liz. Please introduce yourself.
Mhm. All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Nyaron Shada again. It's Liz. I'm a teacher, a mom, a wife, and I live here in California, and I'm also a digital business owner. Oh, happy Valentine's again,
Welcome.
too.
Mhm. Panya, go ahead.
Hi. Hello. I am Pena, and I am here streaming live from Minnesota. And I am a mom of three boys, a wife, a business owner, admin coordinator by profession, and a uh, business mentor.
Welcome, welcome. Please,
Hello.
Tay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tay. I'm excited to be here with all of you ladies here. Happy Valentine's. Oh, my lagging.
You're good.
Must be the weather, huh? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So I am a business coach and I am streaming live from Arizona. Excited to be here. Thank you.
We can't hear you anymore, Chong. Chong, we can't
Can you
hear
hear me
you.
now? Can you hear me now? Sorry, I
There you
lost
go.
you for a
Yes.
little bit. Yes. Okay. So I was talking a lot. By the way, I said, "Welcome, ladies." What I'd like you to do is to share with us how you are using your online business to make your life extraordinary and why. Feel free to volunteer.
I can go first. Okay. I started my business online because I wanted to be able to create more flexibility with my family. I have three little boys, 7, 4, and 1. So I wanted to be able to um, see them grow up and be more involved in their lives as I wasn't able to be a part of uh, my oldest. So I wanted to make that change and I wanted to give them a different perspective of life instead of having to um, commit to a 9 to 5 job. So I wanted to make that change for them and show them that there are very many different opportunities out there in our world today that we can learn about and get into instead of just being like, oh, I need to turn an application because I need to go get a job so that I can get money and do stuff. So I wanted to be that change for them. And so that's why I decided to venture into my online business and making it extraordinary.
Thank you. Anyone? I'll go first. Okay. So,
Okay.
um, I I got to watch I'm a realtor. I'm a mom of two adult children. I'm a wife of a awesome husband, and I'm a realtor by trade. And as everyone knows, recently the for the last year, 2 years, the rates have gone up from what the previous years, and so as that happened, the market takes a slowdown. And that's affected my business. Many of my clients want to wait till the rates go down, which is probably not going to happen because we're not going to have those same situations that created the rates to go down, like a major pandemic. So I took a hit on that side of the business. And so I needed to find something that will help. Also, I've reached the age where I'm starting to think about retirement. And since my life is how I make it, I've decided I want to make it extraordinary. And that's why I joined this business, because it allows me to be able to create income that I can exponentially grow, um, to, where I could actually leave a legacy behind after I'm gone. And, like I said, I got two boys. I like to leave something for them. And there's other goals that I want to achieve before that, as well as, the creating that. So, yeah, extraordinary life for me is to be able to live comfortably and travel around the world while I still can, you know, and we love to do lots of active activities like, you know, zip lining, um, doing little swimming with the sharks. I think we kind of swam with the sharks, not really because both of us can't swim, but when we were in Fiji, we were wading in with the sharks in the water in Fiji. So that is something that I want to continue, and that would make my life extraordinary. And so that's why I made that move here with my online business.
Very adventurous.
Right. So I guess for me, Liz, I ventured into digital business because, like I said before, my health took a toll on me 2 years ago, and so this year it got really, well, actually last year it got really bad. So I wanted to look for, a plan B for myself, and luckily my boys who said, "Mom, you need to go to digital business," and like I said, I found this and started with it, and I thought, with my husband too, saying we need to go have more vacation time, spend more time together. We're getting to that age that our boys are also 3 boys, adult now, young adult, and my teenage boy, 16-year-old. I still have him, but we want to take them places more instead of waiting till the summer. Trying to fit everybody's schedule together. So we want to, spend time, like say, go on a second honeymoon or first honeymoon, really, and take our boys out, before they get too old, even though they'll always be our baby. And then, because like I said, I'm at the age I'm close to retiring, 20-year plus teaching already. So maybe this will help me with retiring. So I got to make it extraordinary for myself, maybe retire early. And, so with my health, my husband and kids, and want to retire early, I took the leap of faith into this digital business. And, I've enjoyed it with the training, with my mentor, my coach, and this community. I'm soaring like an eagle. So, yeah, that's about me and my life that makes it extraordinary. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So I guess it's my turn. And excuse me if I am a little behind because I'm having technical issues tonight. And it's Valentine's Day. How odd. Anyways, I'm excited about this topic and thank you for inviting me here. But for me, with this topic, I'm excited to talk about it because it's something that's changed my life and my entire perspective, actually. Because like the title says, life is what we make of it. And if we want to make it extraordinary, it'll be extraordinary. If we don't want to make it extraordinary, we want it to be comfortable, we'll be in the comfort zone, right? But for me, what I've learned and how I made my life extraordinary is honestly, for the longest time, I thought that I was doing everything right, going to school, working hard, making a living. But even though I was doing what I was supposed to do, I still felt stuck. And I was constantly busy, barely seeing my family and always stressed about bills. It was like I was living on autopilot, like that routine of go to bed, get up, go to work, come home, repeat, right? And it wasn't really living at all. And when I really woke up, my wake up call was when I realized that nothing was going to change unless I change it. And you hear me say that a lot because that was really true. When I decided to change, that's when everything started changing. And that's how I started my journey to making my life extraordinary. And I had to stop and wait, waiting for the right time and start making moves. And even if it felt uncomfortable, because the truth is, like, we shape our own lives by the choices we make every day. And some of the key things that I learned along the way and how I changed my life is mindset. You'll hear me talk about mindset a lot, right? The mindset shift. I had to stop thinking that life was just happening to me and start realizing that I had the power to create something better. And that one little shift made all the difference. I also decided that I needed to step out of my comfort zone, because if I had stayed there where I was, nothing would have changed. And I had to take a leap, right? A leap of faith to invest in myself and be open to learning and take action. Because if I didn't start taking action, I wouldn't get anywhere. And I was afraid, but I did it afraid anyways. When I found this amazing life-changing opportunity, trust me when I say I was afraid, I was super afraid, but it just takes one little step at a time to start changing your life. And that's how I made my life extraordinary, because of all just that one little step. So yeah, that's how I got here.
Well, welcome. Thank you for sharing. And then I want you to, you know, give us a little bit of, we all talked about how we got here, right? Now, you mentioned, say, a little bit about fear. I want us to address a little bit of that. Like, how did how did you make your life extraordinary? What fear did you overcome to be able to make your life extraordinary?
That's a great question. For me, okay, lots of fears, but when I first found this business, it was fear of not knowing what was on the other side of this business opportunity, fear of not knowing what was going to happen to my when I made that payment. It was fear of, is this real? Is this going to work, or is this a scam? So it was all of those fears of, like, can I do this? Is it real? What if it's not? So it's all that what if, and that skepticism of, like, negative talk to myself, like, can I do this? Is this really for me? But for some reason, when I found this business, and I was scared to even use my card to pay for that membership fee, but I did it anyways. And I'm so glad that I did, because I wouldn't be here and my life wouldn't be extraordinary, and I wouldn't have control of my time, and I wouldn't be waking up to my own alarm clock. And the only alarm clock that I wake up to is my boss, which is my son. But you get over it by doing it, because if you do it, then things come along the way where you figure things out, right? For me, okay, I'm talking from my own experience, because I took that leap of faith. I
Mhm.
did my due diligence and did my research, so that it would ease my peace of mind on my fear, my skepticism of what I'm looking into. Of course, it's good to see reviews, but hey, that's their experience, not yours. So you would never know. What if it wasn't meant for them and it's meant for
Right.
you? Right. So that was my mentality of the way I thought of things when I started this. And that's why I always say do it scared, because you never know if it was meant for you. Just because somebody else's review of it, because they had a bad experience on whatever they did or didn't do along the way of doing their research, that doesn't have to be you. What if this was the thing that changed your life, your financial future, your family's financial future? So you never know until you try it yourself. And then you don't have the regret of, gosh, what if I had checked it out, right? So I hope that answered your question. That's how I got through it.
Okay. Anybody else want to share their fear?
Yeah, I do. As a teacher here, I'm raising my hands. I take it with me. And sometimes I'll say class, catch myself. I think for mine, like I said, yeah, I had that fear too. Like Coach said, like what am I, that $149 is gonna be gone, but you think about that, it's 30 days, money back. So I, took that leap of faith and went and watched got the 10 videos, and that helped me feel more comfortable that, okay, wow, it's worth it. That $149, so worth it. And all those videos made me want to continue watching and watching. But the worst was for me was because I'm a teacher, and teachers are really busy too. You come home, you have to, have homework to check too. And so it's 12, 24 hours almost in your sleep. You're still dreaming, about it. So I was afraid that I might not have time for that. And so, that was what I was scared of the most, that I would not have time. But look where I'm at. I'm in the car, portable, this business, you can go
Yes.
anywhere with this. So I'm proof here that, you can do things. You can still work your full-time job, come home. Right now I'm taking my son to get his haircut too on top of it. Look at this. So busy mom, busy teacher, but I can do this. And so it just proves to me and everybody that, don't be scared that you think that you won't have time, So now it's such an extraordinary, opportunity. I can do this. And I think I was going to say one thing too, that, I'll see that just my change. I was so excited about that. I was able to do this anywhere. Oh yes, coming on live like this, I was so afraid. I'm like, I've never posted anything. I just scrolled through social media. What do you mean? And talking to Coach, she said, you just go on there, just take a photo of your hand, video record your hand and talking in the background. And so that was scary. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. But watching Coach and that inspired me, and I was able to do that. And then instead of taking a photo of my hand, in my backyard, my flower, whatever plants, and I went on live, and I was like, oh, that felt good. So all those tips of what you aren't never able to do before, and just scrolling through social media, saying hi to people in the background, never showing your face. It took so long for me just to post up my profile myself, So all those little things, all together, piled up together. But and now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling extraordinary. I'm not ordinary anymore. Yeah, I almost feel like
Awesome.
I'm better at this too, just as a teacher. So, yeah, that's a little bit about
That's
my,
awesome.
fear. But thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And yeah,
I can go next. Mine would have to be. It wasn't the fear of creating content. It was more of coming on lives or doing lives or showing my face on these platforms. So kind of a little bit like what Liz was saying, like what do I do or how do I do it, right? It took me a while before I was comfortable enough to do lives or even do what I'm doing today, right? When I started, because I didn't do all of this when I started. When I started, I did a lot of more words, posts versus lives, and sitting here doing interviews or podcasts and everything in general. So even though I knew what I was getting myself into and not 100% understanding what I was getting myself into, eventually I got over that big bump, and I worked up the nerves. And like Tay said earlier, your mindset has to be in the right place for you to be able to show up or turn your business around. So eventually, when I was able to adjust my mindset, mentally and physically, then I was able to see the potential in myself. And a lot of people say, it starts with you first. And that is true. It does start with you, especially when you're going to go into something that's totally new or totally different from what you're so comfortable with and your comfort zone. And that was another thing that that's considered my fear is I was very comfortable where I was. And then I didn't want change. I was probably one of those who hated change when I was much younger, before I got married, right, and had kids. It was like um, the way that things were going around and everything. It had to be in a certain spot or a certain style. So eventually, um, when I got over that, I became. That's why I'm here today, and I'm making a change for myself. So yes, that's my fear.
Ah, I have a very similar fear. And the other is a fear of like being seen and, judged. And then I'm glad, I'm so happy that I didn't have the fear of being scammed because personally knew Tay, my coach who brought me into the business. So I knew where she lived. So I know if I get scammed, I could go get my money back. And so unlike everybody else, had that opportunity to go and knock on a door and say, "Hey, didn't work out. I want my money back. You scammed me, But it is one of the greatest opportunity I was able to get into, and I would never knock on your door to get my money back. Maybe to sing some karaoke and have some, papaya salad and stuff, but not to get my money back. Just to spend some time together, have fun. Um, no, so yes, a lot of people have that fear of being scammed, because they're like, oh, I press go and my credit card is gonna get charged, and then I don't know what I'm gonna get. Obviously, I didn't know what I was getting into. I knew it was digital marketing, but I didn't know exactly what because I wasn't very familiar. My familiarity with social media is, again, watching all the reels, flipping through all the pages, saying hi to all my family because most of my friends are all my family, you know. And so when I had to learn how to do this job to do the marketing and to show up on, and I'm like, what? I have to put my face out there? That was the crazy part. And yes, there was a time limit. I couldn't go online. I couldn't do live for a long time for a set period, but I was so thankful for that period not to be able to do lives because I didn't want to go on live. So that was my fear of being seen on screen and then talking to people on screen. Um, and part of that fear is that, I have so many people, family online that they're going to look at me and judge me, and I have so many people that I know that are clients and they're, they know me as a realtor. They don't know me as a business owner, right? Online business owner. So it's kind of like what they're going to think, and eventually I had to say, I had to do that mind shift, right? That, you know, mindset shift. So I had to go, wait a minute. I am a person. I have the right to make my life the way I want it. And if I have more than one business, it is okay, right? So then I said, forget about what people are going to say. They're going to say it anyway, regardless if I do something or don't do something. If I post my dinner, they're going to look at my dinner and say, oh, that's not healthy or that's not good. So I might as well make my life extraordinary and they can say whatever they want. And so I went ahead and invited everybody on my personal friends, all my friends on my personal page, and told them to like support me on my business page. And that was a game changer because people are like, wow, you're doing a business? That's great. Like, tell me more. All this. So that was like, if I hadn't done that, I think that I had to overcome that fear of like what people are gonna say to me about my thing. And every now and then I still get people, aren't you a realtor? I'm like, yeah, I'm still a realtor, but I can still run my own business online. And so that was my fear of like people judging me and then, you know, but I'm still trying to get over the fear of being online, being showing my face. I think part of it is because I'm not used to seeing myself on screen. And so, or hearing myself outside of my head. So I'm still getting used to that. I know. Coach remembers my first live. There was no sound. Yes.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to listen to it. So somehow I didn't even listen to it to see if it had sound. So I was told that didn't have sound and I was like, well, delete and put in I'll do a new one. So now I listen a little bit to see if it has sound. But that's it.
But you
So
know what the best part is? You have people to help support and guide you through this journey.
yes, I do. I have a mentor and a coach and a super supportive community. Like, I learned a little tricks here and there how to do a better job. And I would have to say that, um, and all these different side uh, programs, I would say trainings that we have in the community that has helped me improve my business. You know, I mean, without that, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at, and I wouldn't be able to create all this content because one of my first thing and my other fear is I don't know what to post. You know, oh, you're supposed to do 3 times a day. I'm like, what do I post? My lunch, my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Like so. Eventually, and then with the help of the community and my coach and my mentor, I was able to figure things out. And now it's a little easier. The the only thing is I still want to do a good job. So still perfectionist. I need to get over that to just doing it and don't worry about the perfection. But I'm still doing it. I just want it a little better than just throwing things on. So that will eventually, hopefully, it'll eventually get better as I know how to throw it together a little better.
Yes. Well, that's the good thing about us, right? Because we get to learn about ourselves as long along the way of our journey into this online business. Because we know we're not, you know, content creators, or we're not people who are easygoing on the on lives or on cameras and whatnot. So that's one thing that I've also learned about myself is, oh, I didn't know I could do that, or oh, I didn't know I could be that entertaining or be that boring or whatever, everything in between. So we're always trying to achieve more than what we were able, what we think we could do, right? Because at the beginning we're all like, oh, this is so easy, and then at the end, or not at the end, but eventually when we get over our get through our training and we're diving deeper and deeper into our business and getting a better understanding of the community that we get to be surrounded by, is like, oh my goodness, I'm not alone on this journey. Like, my mindset was just like, oh, so that's one good thing, kind of like what you were mentioning earlier, Chong, is just like people talking about you, but it's just like, hey, at least I got a second job that doesn't require me to travel outside of my home or do things outside of my home unless I choose to. And you get the only time you will have to do this job outside of your home is if you're traveling, because you get to take this with you wherever you go. You can't
Yes.
do that with your job that you're stuck to behind a desk. So that's one great
Hmm.
perks about our online business, is that if I go on vacation next week, which I am, I get to take it with me versus having to rush back home to do everything that I've missed for the week, right?
Right. Absolutely. Uh, so, yeah, no, that's really great. I love like the community and the way that we are able to create free time and live kind of life on our own terms. You know,
Mhm.
I love it. I understand when you say you want to see your kids grow, because personally, I was working so much when my kids were in school, were growing up, that I saw them grow sideways, longer, longer, longer. Not taller, but longer, longer in the bed. And and that's because I was trading my time for money, so to make
Mhm.
a living, right? But I wasn't really living because I didn't have time to see my kids grow, taller and not longer. So
Yes.
anyway, well, any, please, if you have a few words, we're kind of coming to the end. If you have few words, what would you like to say to the audience? How they can make their lives extraordinary.
I can say a few words. I'm having technology issues tonight, but I just want to say, for this topic, at the end of the day, life is what we make of it. And if we don't take control, we'll stay stuck in the same place year after year. But just remember that the moment we decide to take action, that's when everything changes. So stop waiting for things to happen and start doing and start creating your extraordinary life that you want, because you are capable of so much more. And let's stop burying those potentials, those skills, and working at somebody else's dream so hard. Instead, work on your dreams harder so that you can build that extraordinary life that you want, because you are able and capable and are deserving of it too. That's all.
Yes, great. Panya, you want to say anything?
No, I think I'm okay tonight.
Okay. Well, I want to say that if you've been looking for a way to break free from the daily grind and to step into financial freedom to make your life extraordinary as well, let's talk. Hit us up on our website, get signed up for our complimentary webinar and find out for yourself, because you deserve it too. So drop in the comments, or DM me to learn how to get your life started, and so that you could live an extraordinary life. Okay. um, and I, I just thought that this whole thing reminded me is of three things. Okay, it was once said there's three kinds of people, right? Those who make things happen, uh, uh, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. Don't be the ones who wonder what happened or watch things happen. Be the one who make things happen, because only you can make things happen. If you watch things happen, you will watch it pass you by. And if you don't even try, you will just wonder what happened, you know. So make things happen. And while you're doing that, stay on track, keep moving forward, and I'll see you again at the next stop on Chong's Choo Choo to Success. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, my guests, ladies, for joining me today. And bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having us.